Hey everyone, it's Brandon with Concealed Nation.
And Luke with USA Carry.
And we are here at Underwood Ammo's facility in Sparta, Illinois. And it is freezing out, but we're going to do a torture test
Of the Springfield Armory Hellcat. What kind of torture test?
Dun dun dun.
What are we doing?
A lot of you have probably seen the 10,000 round torture test that somebody else did with standard ammo. I believe it was target ammo. So what we wanted to do is get a little crazy and do 10,000 rounds torture test using plus P ammo to see how the Hellcat holds up.
All right, so before we get into the testing protocol that we're going to be using, we want to thank our sponsors for this video. First up is Underwood Ammo. Obviously the plus P ammo that we're going to be using. We're at their facility right here. This is just kind of for display purposes. This is not all the ammo we're going to be using. It's right behind us, so we'll be bringing it out as needed.
And next up we have Vetter Holsters, good friends of ours. They offer multiple types of holsters. So we have the inside the waistband hybrid holster. You have a leather backing and the Kydex shell. These are great. This is actually the type that I love to carry. So they have these as well, and you can see they have a whole bunch of different patterns that you can get with them. These were three that we picked out, the standard black. I think this is hexagon orange, and can't remember this one, camo something, but they're really cool. They have a lot of great options. These, as you can see, they have the claw. They have a steel clip. So a big thanks to Vetter Holsters for being a sponsor. We also got the Vetter Holster hoodies, which are keeping us warm
right now.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next up we got Manus X. They have the live and dry fire training system. It's a little module that you put on the end of the gun. So that's this little Bluetooth module. You can put it on a rail. We've got some adhesive base plates that are coming so we can do some holster draw analysis, but really cool. You'll see us using these, running some drills and seeing maybe some competitions between me and him and seeing who's the better shooter. So we'll find out. So thanks to Manus for sponsoring this video.
Next up on the sponsors is Action Target. They sent us a really nice silhouette target that we're going to be shooting at quite a bit. It's made of a really thick gauge steel, and it should hold up for this test. So we're looking forward to using that. And thank you to them for sponsoring the video.
So we talked to Springfield Armory and they sent us their recommended protocol for this test.
Yes. So we're going to follow this stuff, except for one, we're going to change a little bit. So the testing protocol that they recommended, every 250 rounds, apply compressed air for approximately 5 minutes to cool down the pistol. And that's going to go, compressor is going to go into the barrel and blow the air. Every 500 rounds, wipe down an oil, so it also coincide with a compressed air cool down. Every 1,000 rounds, do a complete cleaning and cool down. And then the last, every 2,500 rounds, replace the recoil spring assembly. We do a breakdown and an inspection to check for wear on parts. While removing and inspecting the striker assembly, ensure the striker channel is clear and clean of oil and gunk. So I think what we're gonna do is, for swapping out the recoil spring, instead of every 2,500 rounds, we'll do it every 2,000 rounds.
All right, so let's load up all these mags so we can get to shooting. That's going to be your job today. So cool. I'll film while you load this stuff up.
You load them up. I'm not loading them.
You do it.
You do it. All right, guys, we have all the magazines loaded. We are ready to start this test. We got our first supply right here, and we are working with the Underwood Ammo 115 grain XTP jacketed hollow point, which is rated at 1,300 frames per second.
Frames per second? Feet per second.
Which is rated at 1,300 feet per second.
Yeah. And
all right.
We've got what? This is about 250 rounds on this bottom row. So that's where we'll stop to do the first cool down. So you'll shoot half, I'll shoot half.
Yep.
And go from there.
Check the barrel temperature just as it's sitting here.
49.
49. Okay. All right.
Get to shooting.
So let's get started with this. Guys, we're here with the Hellcat. As you can see, we have a canopy behind us. We're gonna get some rain today, but we still have some rounds to shoot through this thing. Some is a little understatement. Yeah, we got some more to go. We're having a great time. Everyone at Underwood has been fantastic here, letting us use their range. We're a little tired, but we're pushing through, so let's get to shooting.
You done talking?
I don't even know what to say. Just a quick update, we got a little rain starting. It's slowed down a little bit now, but it looks like it's coming in, so we had to make a little adjustments. We got the camera in the back of the Jeep over there, so we're making do. We're gonna get through this. We're still having a good time, so stick with us and see how this turns out. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. At least they're not like golf ball size. I didn't get insurance. So we're we're just sitting here. We're gonna wait until this calms down. I think it's safe to say we're gonna head back and we're gonna call this a washout, and we'll be back tomorrow. See you guys then. All right, guys, it's the next day. It's sunny outside. We have a little wind, so it's a little chilly, but we're just gonna shoot as much as we can, have a good time, and see how this thing holds up.
All right, so I'm gonna do some holster draw analysis with the Vetter holster light tuck in the waistband, all Kydex holster. It's got the claw on it. So we had to put the mag plate adapter on the bottom of one of these magazines because this is not a light bearing holster. So obviously we'll go in with it on the rail. So this just sticks to the bottom with adhesive. So let's turn that on. Let's bring up the Manus app, connect. We got to press, that's on, connect. All right, so we got a holster draw analysis. Need to sit the gun down so it calibrates. All right, we are good to go. I obviously don't have the fastest draw out there. We're just showing off the Manus app, so let's just do 10 rounds and see how it goes.
Stand by. 1.9. 1.8. 1.6. 1.5. 1.6.
Miss.
2.0. 1.6. 1.8.
So my average, it took me 0.4 seconds to get a grip on the gun, 0.48 seconds to pull the gun out, 0.48 seconds to get horizontal, 0.15 seconds to get on target, and 0.45 seconds to take the shot. So my average was 1.72 seconds total. My best was 1.49 seconds. So not bad. You're next.
All right, so Luke was just up. Now it's my turn. I'm using the inside the waistband around 4 or 5 o'clock. This is also from Vetter, and it is their Comfort Tuck. And it's a, the hybrid. You have the leather and Kydex. It has the metal clips, combat cut. So we're gonna try this out, see how I do with the Mantis X.
Stand by. 2.4. 2.3. 2.3. 2.3. 2.2.
2 miss.
2.1. 2.2.
3.
2.0.
4. Oh, that was
2.5.
sloppy.
So average, you got 2.26 seconds to draw and fire. Your average hand on the gun to get a grip was 0.51 seconds. Pull the gun out was 0.67 seconds. To get it horizontal was 0.48. To get on target was 0.35. To break the shot was 0.39. Your best one was your ace shot. It was 2 seconds. Not bad.
Interesting, all right.
And the worst one that was tracked was 2.46 seconds. So I win. I was faster, and you're buying dinner tonight. Let's get back to the show.
Anything you want on the dollar menu, buddy.
Yeah. right. That's a wrap. All right, so we're in a little bit different location, right?
Looks a little different, yeah.
It's hot.
It is hot.
We're what, a few months after we started this?
Yeah. We should be social distancing right now, but
Well, it's
we're
the
not.
wide angle lenses. We're about 6 feet apart.
Oh, yeah,
Just
that's right. They
makes it
don't-
look
they don't know
closer.
that. There you go. Okay, perfect.
So we started this back in March.
Yeah.
And then we got through 7,500 rounds on the Hellcat with plus P ammo, Underwood plus P ammo. We had to get out of there. That's right when all this Corona stuff was starting, so we couldn't stay any later.
The week that we were there was when everyone started buying toilet paper, just to give
And
you an
hand
idea.
sanitizer.
And a hand sanitizer, yeah. So we had to put everything on hold. We did not get through the 10,000 rounds that we wanted to. So I drove from Florida over to Louisiana to meet this guy and finish up the remaining 2,500 rounds.
So we're here at MCTA range in southern Mississippi, and we're gonna shoot 2,500 rounds, right, to finish the plus P torture test on the Hellcat.
We got to finish it.
All right, go shoot.
All right, just me?
Yeah, just you.
Go load mags.
they're having way more fun than us.
Oh man.
It was getting up to like 2.
Yeah, there you go. There it is. So this is how hot this thing's running. 270. Usually it's about 250, 260, so it's a little hotter now. But man, it's incredible to think about. So we got another 1,000 done, and it is crazy hot. I much rather preferred Illinois, but
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to see what this does in the cold and the heat. And we just showed you that the barrel here is getting to like 250, 270 degrees. So that's pretty crazy.
So 1,000 rounds, another cleaning. We'll do another 500, another cleaning.
I feel like my skin's
getting
about
there.
250 degrees.
It's only 1 o'clock, and it's hot as balls.
Oh, you got that right.
Alright, so it's trip 2, day 2. I'm driving up to the range to meet Luke. I'm about a half hour late because I waited in the drive-thru line at Starbucks forever. Instead of going in, I'm sure he's going to give me some shit about that.
The heat's getting us to today
it's
already.
Well, because you're late.
It's hot already, it's 91, and it's only going to get hotter. So if it's anything like yesterday, I don't think either one of us is truly looking forward to this, but we should be wrapping it up today. Knock on wood somewhere. So I'll be there in a little bit and get rolling.
That's good. Welcome to Concealed Nation. This is my new employee, Luke McCoy.
Not quite. All right, trip 2, day 2. Yesterday the heat got to us a little bit, so we cut out early. We didn't finish, but
The heat's getting us to today
it's
already.
Well, because you're late. We're gonna get it done today.
last magazine, 10,000 round plus P Hellcat torture test. We are ready to do this. Here we go. 9991.
Hold on, are we pulling the chamber back? I believe that's 10,000.
That's 10,000. You ready?
That's it. We did it. 10,000 rounds through the Hellcat.
We did
plus
it.
P.
Grueling, to say the least.
It only took, what, 6 months?
Only took 6 months, 2 locations.
So we're going to get out the heat and do a little wrap up at the studio.
Yeah.
All right. See y'all there.
See you in a little bit.
We're back at the studio after shooting for 2 days. It's actually 2 days after. So we got a little bit of a break,
Trip 2.
right?
So we started this journey back in March up in Illinois. So we kicked it off and we had a goal set for 10,000 rounds of plus P ammo out of the Hellcat. It didn't work the first time. We had some bad weather. We tried extending the stay. We still had bad weather. We could not do it any longer. We had to go back home. Coronavirus hits. All this other crazy stuff for 2020. So we are in August. This was the first time that both of us had a chance to get back together to finish this up.
Or did we just wait for it to be hot as possible to finish
We waited for the hot Louisiana / Mississippi weather to get this done. So we finished it up, and those last shots that you guys just saw were just glorious. It felt so good to have this done. Our hands, we have blisters, our hands are hurting. We didn't really prep for that too much with putting tape or anything on. We should have, but we got it done. So now we're gonna talk about the overall thoughts and how it functioned and how everything came together and what it was like shooting 10,000 rounds of plus P Underwood ammo. All right, so what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna take this down, give it a last cleaning, not thorough, but we're just gonna get all the gunk out of there so we can take a look at the internal components to see what we're looking at.
So how was it like shooting 10,000 rounds of plus P? My initial thoughts are it wasn't as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. From regular 9 to plus P. I mean, it was a little bit more snappy.
I felt it was quite a bit snappier, but once we got into it, shooting that, it was like shooting regular ammo. You knew what to expect.
Right.
So up there we had much cooler weather. The gun was cooling down a lot faster. So every 250 rounds, we would cool the gun down. We were using a temperature gauge to check the temperature of the barrel. We never really let it get over 250, 260 degrees.
Right. So the gun ran great other than 9 malfunctions that I had all of those. And I don't know if that's from how I was gripping the gun or fatigue after shooting so many rounds, but it was only happening to me in Illinois. It wasn't happening to you or Kevin or anybody else that was shooting it. It didn't happen here when we started shooting again in Mississippi. So other than that, there was no issues with the gun.
So I have to say, I was wearing gloves for the majority of the shooting. I think in Illinois, I was doing this barehanded for a little bit. So I cannot speak to how the grip was in the heat with the sweaty palms and whatnot, but yeah, you can.
Yeah, it was fine shooting it. I didn't wear any gloves here when we were shooting in Mississippi, and you can probably see how disgustingly sweaty I was through the whole thing. So I've always liked the grip texture of the Hellcat. It worked well with sweaty hands. So I do like the micro dot grip texture or whatever they're calling it.
We both have our own Hellcats.
Right.
And I've shot mine at the ranges in Florida, and that grip texture, with just shooting like 100 rounds, my palms are still getting sweaty.
Right.
And I love it.
So what were your thoughts going into this? Did you think it was going to last
Did I think that the gun
10,000
was going to
rounds?
last? So that's a great question. I was on the fence. I think with regular ammo, I would
Right.
have said for sure
Right.
it would be no problem. But the plus P ammo, I was a little there was some skepticism there for sure. I didn't know what it was going to be if anything did happen.
Right.
You know, were we going to find a cracked barrel or a cracked slide? I was worried about the overheating. I was worried about it getting too hot, and I don't know what the science is behind this type of metal heating up and cooling down as quickly as we were doing it, but it obviously held up.
We'll overlay images on top of here, but the barrel is just fine.
The barrel looks, I mean, perfect. Aside from your normal wear on the barrel itself, and that surprised me as well. That's hardly any wear, as far as I'm concerned.
Right. Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect either. I think that might have been the first time I've shot plus P ammo, so
Oh, yeah?
wasn't really familiar with it, but you know, it ran good.
It ran great, as far as I'm concerned.
So once you finish giving it a clean, we're going to take some pictures for the articles. We're going to get the gun shipped back to Springfield.
So their engineers will check this out, give it a thorough walkthrough, and be able to determine if is this normal wear for 10,000 rounds or is there something
Right.
funky going on. But don't think there's anything funky going on because
It's still working.
we got through it.
So what happens after that? Are they sending it back because we're doing another 10,000 rounds through it?
That may be in the future.
Who are you going to get to do that?
You signed up for it already, didn't you?
Did I?
I'm pretty sure you just did right now.
All right.
Why not?
Why?
Why not? Maybe this time we'll do it in Florida. You can come over to Florida.
So that pretty much wraps up this video. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Underwood Ammo, for supplying the range for the first part, supplying the ammo.
So the next sponsor that we want to thank is Vetter Holsters. They provided some holsters for us, and this is one that I had, I think, before we did this, and this thing is like the perfect setup for me now. So another great company, VetterHolsters.com. Check them out. Thank them for being a sponsor. They were awesome as well.
I'd also like to thank Manus X for being a sponsor. They have the live and dry fire training system, which you saw us using in a little competition video.
I didn't do too good with that one.
Yeah,
so-
whatever. It was fun. It links up to your smartphone, so it makes it kind of fun doing some training at home or on the range. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Action Targets for being a sponsor. They provided the silhouette target we were using up in Illinois, and then they provided the PT Scout kit that
Yeah.
we were using.
On super short notice.
Right.
So thank you, Action Target.
The PT Scout kit is a pretty cool portable target system. Got the base, 2x4 goes in there, and then you have a top piece where your plate slides into, whether you're using a silhouette or what is like an 8-inch or 10-inch disc.
Yep. Disc. Yep.
So you can get different plates to put in there. So when you put it all together, you've just got one piece with a carrying handle and whatever plate you're carrying and your 2x4. So we'd like to thank Action Targets for being a sponsor. So that's going to wrap up the 10,000 round plus B test on the Hellcat. If you're watching this video on one of our YouTube channels, go ahead and like and subscribe.
With this video, no matter where you're watching it, be sure to check out the in-depth article that we have on this whole Hellcat experience. We have a whole bunch of pictures there. Be sure to check that out and get all the details. So you can find Concealed Nation on Facebook, Instagram. We're at concealednation.org. So be sure to follow and subscribe. We're trying to build up our YouTube channel also. So hopefully we can get some people like Luke Scott over at his place.
And for USA Carry, it's at usacarry.com and all the social media platforms at USA Carry, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. So like, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. No.
I'm the worst at outros. Thanks for checking this out. We had a great time putting this together. Had an okay time working with Luke. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Later.